and I'm part of the FACTS team. Today, we are happy to welcome all of you to celebrate pop culture in Ghent. For this year's Q&As, things are going to be slightly different. As you may know, SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents many of our guests, is currently on strike against the major studios, networks, and streamers. The union has put together a set of guidelines to allow our guests to still participate at our event during the strike and to come and meet all of you here in Belgium. These guidelines require our guests to stay away from discussing specific shows or characters by name, and to avoid comments that might be seen as promoting projects that fall under the union's strike order. Therefore, actors appearing at our show will be happy to discuss other, more general topics about their lives and work. In order to be able to proceed with our Q&As, we kindly ask you to avoid asking questions concerning the actors' projects and characters. The team at FACTS fully supports the actors' current efforts to secure a fair deal, but equally we understand that this may be frustrating as many of you are eager to show your love for their work. So, here's how it will happen today. In the first part of our Q&A, our moderator will ask all the questions. Afterwards, you will also have the opportunity to ask questions, as long as you respect the strike rules. And even if you cannot ask character-related questions, just feel free to express your love and enthusiasm for our guests. The entire FACTS team wishes you lots of fun at the show.
Adventure in the forest, eager to explore. And now the winding fairy path shall guide you to my door. This magic moss and shrubbery through decades in the making. Set fully charged to get you quaking. So, fly, friends, come here to this brilliant play. Your hero is approaching, just mere seconds away. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stephen Amell.
Good morning.
Morning, Stephen. Okay, we'll just let the smoke go away. Welcome to Belgium again.
Thank you.
Now, you've been here for a few days. Anything that strikes you being peculiar or specific for Belgium or Belgians?
No, nothing yet. A lot of gifts yesterday. I think that there was the amount of white chocolate that I had eaten like up until yesterday, and there was the amount of white chocolate that I ate yesterday in my life. That was really great. We are going to go check out some sites tomorrow. We're going to, I thought it was pronounced Bruges, but it's Brugge? Yeah, what I said. So I think we're going to go check that out tomorrow. And we had a lovely dinner last night. Good Italian spot right in the city center. Everything's been great, really lovely.
Well, us Belgians are famous for chocolate and beers. So.
We're going on a chocolate and beer tour tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah. My wife's like, I don't really like beer that much, but you know.
She'll have the chocolate, you'll have the beer. Now, we played this game yesterday. You know, there's a drinking game in the UK. Name 3 famous Belgians. You had all night to prepare.
Damn it! I did no research.
Okay.
Sorry, next.
Name 3 famous Canadians.
I'll name 3 different famous Canadians today. All right. Celine Dion. You know, I know famous Canadians, I'm just thinking.
Stephen Amell.
Oh, no, come on. Robbie Amell. And, gosh, famous Canadian. Emily Bent-Ricards.
Nice. Yesterday, we also spoke about the fact that if you hadn't been an actor, your dream job would have been to be a professional sportsman,
Sure.
WWE.
Yep.
Now, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, back in the day, WWE, it seems extremely staged, but sometimes you see them fall and you go like, that gotta hurt, so to what extent is it staged?
Well, it's staged to the extent that Arrow is staged, you know, or any TV show, as the case may be. But what they're doing out there in the ring, there's no way to do it. They do it in a safe, controlled, it's like a safe and controlled car crash, which is actually sort of what a stunt is like on a film. If a stunt person is going to roll a vehicle, the vehicle is set up for safety, and they're set up for safety in terms of securing their neck and their spine and their head. That doesn't mean it feels good when they do it, and it's the same thing with wrestling. It looks, when you're in the ring, it looks like, well, it must be a trampoline. It's not. It's a wooden board. And that's it. And so you just sort of learn how to, not learn how to fall, but you learn how to absorb the impact so that it displaces all around your body and not just in a specific spot. Hurts though, a lot, a lot.
What would be your WWE or wrestling nickname?
My Canadian, well, my wrestling nickname would be Captain Maple Syrup.
And if Captain Maple Syrup had to fight The Rock, who would win?
If Captain Maple Syrup had to fight The Rock, who would win? Have you seen him?
All right, back to acting. You're an actor, obviously. Like, what's the...
Not this past year.
What's the one perk of being an actor?
The one perk of being an actor is, well, I used to listen to one of my favorite columnists, radio hosts, say this, and this is when he used to make fun of actors, and now he's a bigger personality and has corporate interests, and now he lauds actors. The perk of being an actor is that you get to pretend for a living. Does that make sense?
That does, absolutely.
Also too, and again, we spoke about this yesterday, and for anyone that was here yesterday, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, but they always do say, they say, find what you love to do and do that. That's the perk of being an actor, is that you're actually getting to go out and dress up in cool costumes and go play make-believe, but do it and make people happy. Someone asked me today, they said, what was the best part of being on the comic book show that you were on? And I said, well, see that guy in line right there? And we looked over, and there was a guy in a green leather suit. And they said, yeah. I said, well, you see how he's dressed up? They said, yeah. I said, that's what I got to do for a living, right? That's what I got to do when I was going to work. That was really cool.
Living the dream.
That's it.
Being an actor, what's the most difficult emotion to express? Crying, laughing on cue, sorrow, or what's the one thing you go like, this is a difficult one?
Okay, so that's interesting because as an actor, I find the ends of the spectrum to be quite easy. Joy, sorrow, easy, easy. Rage, sadness, grief, easy, easy. Well, relatively speaking. Just be normal. Right there in the middle. Pour yourself a bowl of cereal. Walk across a room. Get up out of bed, put the tap on and start brushing your teeth. Do that, but don't look like you're performing, but also don't look like you're just going through the motions. Because when you're doing something on the screen, even if it's just what you do in normal day-to-day life, it has to be heightened by 5%. That's the difficult thing, I think.
And to make sure it looks natural, indeed.
Yeah, so make it look natural without making it look sleepy, without making it look performative. You know, make it look enthusiastic without making it look planned. It's little things, little spots.
I know some actors, when they have to do a scene, they will prepare it in the head and they get into the character. While other actors, they go like, normal acting, normal. What kind of actor are you?
I'm the latter part. And I've been really fortunate over the past 10 years to be the lead on 2 different shows. So when you're the lead on the show, it's like it's your house, all right? You own the house. And you're having friends over for a dinner party at the house. And every friend that comes over, they like their dinner party to be different. Some friends like a discussion before the meal. Some friends don't want to talk to you before the meal. Some friends want to eat the meal and not say anything until it's over. And some friends want to eat the meal and remark after every bite how good it is. And it's my responsibility as the host of this theoretical dinner party to live up to whatever my guests want. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Right, because that's what works for me. So if someone wants to talk about the scene that we're going to do, if they want to pal around, if they want to be total dickheads right until they call roll sound or steady in action, fine. If you don't want to talk, if you want to stay in the scene, if you want to be method or whatever you want to call that, cool.
Brilliant. You've been active for how many years now, approximately?
Oh man, oh shit. God, it's probably close to 20 years.
So you started when you were 5?
Yeah, started when I was 5.
20 years. What has changed most in the acting industry in those 2 decades?
Well, when I was starting, if you wanted to become an actor, you had far less avenues. Whenever someone comes up to me and they ask me about getting into the acting industry, I tell them A, to try to treat it like a career, and B, I ask them if they have a smartphone. And they go, uh-huh. And I go, does it have an internet connection? They go, yes it does. And I said, well then there's absolutely nothing stopping you from producing your own content. If that's a video blog on YouTube, if that's, oh my God, whatever the kids are calling content nowadays, if that's going on TikTok, Instagram, doesn't matter, just, you can create your own content and you can get real-time feedback. And you should try that. And that's the biggest difference, because that just didn't exist.
Yeah, you're dependent on a producer back in the day. Now you can be your own producer.
Now you're very much, you can see there are a variety of people that, not so much in the acting realm, although I assume that will happen in short order, but you know, like the Pauls when it comes to boxing or wrestling, Jake and Logan, like just people that create their own content and then are disruptors and then just go right to the source. The perfect example of that right now is Taylor Swift, who is just, with her concert film, but just with the way that she's doing business, she's bypassing the middlemen that used to exist and used to be the gatekeepers, and she's just blowing right past them.
Yeah, or if you look at someone like Mr. Beast, who's got 200 million subscribers on YouTube, I mean...
See, this is how I know I'm not 28, okay? I have no idea who that is. Who's Mr. Beast?
He's the second most popular person on YouTube, and he started...
Wasn't he an X-Men?
No, he's just literally a regular guy who called himself Mr. Beast, and he's giving away...
What does he do?
He gives away prizes,
sure,
and makes videos about that, and then nowadays he's doing like competitions, like who can stay 24 hours in a room gets $500,000. But since he's got 200 million followers,
okay, it's good for him.
I mean, and he's doing good charity work, but he did it on his own.
Oh yeah, listen, all the best things. So one of my favorite things, thinking as an actor, when it comes to projects, is, and I don't know if she's the first person that said this, but Lena Dunham, who created Girls, when she was talking about the creative process, she said that when it comes to the creative process, the personal is universal, and if too many people get involved in something, then it feels like nobody made it. So whatever Mr. Beast, whoever he is doing, it's clearly him. It's his voice. So he's gonna do things and some of them you're gonna like a lot, and some of them you're gonna be like, whatever, and some of them you're gonna dislike. But you have an opinion because it's him, right?
Yeah, and typically the really bad movies, when you look at the script, you have like 8 screenwriters and go like, everybody put in his little soul, but then it doesn't work anymore. You need one vision.
Yeah,
Okay, talking about experience. Now, talking about scripts and roles, imagine there's a fairy and she grants you one wish, and it is, you could play any role that has been played or that has to be invented whatsoever, which is like the one role you would have liked to play in a movie, in a series, what have you. The one role you would have liked to play.
one role. Oh, yeah, okay. I want to go back and play Dr. Malcolm in Jurassic Park. With sincere apologies to Jeff Goldblum. Sincere apologies, because he's such a good role.
Yeah, and he was here last week in Belgium because he's doing a jazz tour, and so it's
Of course he is.
Yes. And it's a mix of jazz and stand-up comedy, and it's
Of course it is.
you actually look at Jeff Goldblum, you know.
It's Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, absolutely. Now, before we give the mics to the audience, 2 or 3 personal questions, if you allow me. Can you tell us something about yourself? Can be anything. Quality, a little weird, you collect rubber ducks, what have you, that few people know about you.
Okay. Most people eat 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I eat 4.
Second breakfast?
No. I have breakfast, I have lunch, I have dinner, but since I started working out all the time, I wake up sometime between 12:30 and 1:30 in the morning, and I have like a full meal.
Wow.
And then I go back to bed.
And you fall asleep again?
Yeah, my wife calls it my midnight snack, except I've started laying it out, so it's just a midnight dinner breakfast thing that I lay out. It's usually like leftovers from dinner. But I go down and basically in a sleepwalk, and I eat for about 3 minutes, and then I go back to sleep.
You sleep, eat.
Yeah, I sleep eat. Except I'm definitely awake. Because if you sleep eat, you just go into the fridge randomly and grab something. But I set stuff out for myself, and then I finish it off with a little bit of chocolate, and then I go back to bed.
Brilliant. Question from the audience in James' panel yesterday, which was quite a brilliant question, I thought, is if you could change for 1 week with the life of another celebrity, which other celebrity's life would you like to live for 1 week? He chose Taylor Swift, by the way. Yes, he did.
Another celebrity for 1 week. I would like to be the most famous. I have a question for you. Who is the most famous living person right now?
Living person, right?
Famous living person right now. Now, the criteria here is not current Q rating and current level of fame, because that would, fame, that's an interesting thing. Fame can mean infamy, but based on like current relevance, it's Taylor Swift, say, right? But if there was a party and all of these famous people were in a room, in that room, who's the most famous person?
That's not the way this works usually. I'm gonna go on very thin ice here, because if you would really look at the most famous person, I'd end up political. And
Right. Now, like for example, someone like Putin, or Biden, or Obama, or like they would have theoretically more current notoriety. But if they were in a room and they're looking around, they're like, oh look, it's that person.
Wow. Help me out.
Let me give you some hints.
Yes, please.
Okay? He is a he.
Okay.
Okay? And he is not, he's in entertainment.
He's a he and he's in entertainment.
He's a singer, songwriter, musician.
Yeah. Kanye West. I know he's...
It's Paul McCartney.
Okay. Would still consider Paul McCartney?
Right.
Okay.
Paul McCartney just took over for the Queen.
Okay, but just for the record,
Yeah.
and I know, sorry to my kids, but they go like, who are the Beatles? I mean, the young generation is like, yeah, I know, I failed at certain levels of my dedication to my kids, sorry. But I agree with you for our generation. Okay, so you
Right, but who would I change places with?
Yes.
You know who I'd like to be for a week?
Week.
I would like to be post, no longer the president, but still with the Secret Service detail. I'd like to be Obama for a week.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Obama. Well, let's get to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your chance to shine and ask Stephen any question you always dreamt of asking him. There's two microphones, one on the left, one on the right. There's a couple of ground rules. English only, one question per person. Please respect the strike rules, so no questions about series, films and stuff. No asking for free hugs, kisses, or Stephen's hotel room number. I got that. And I would say, don't be shy. Stephen, usually you don't bite. And take it away. First on the right.
Hello, Adam. I want my belt back. And by the way, I have something for you.
I can't tell what that is.
Kleenex.
Oh, Kleenex. Good for you. I like that. Nice.
No, my question was, you work with Alexander Ludwig, and Alexander Ludwig is a big prankster. So my question is, did he pull any pranks on you, or you on him?
Did Alexander Ludwig pull any pranks on me? He did not pull any pranks on me. I watched someone pull a prank on him though.
Yeah, just tell me.
He had some nicotine chewing gum, and someone just took it from him. Like, there was one of our castmates who would constantly take it from his chair, and he'd freak out. And the thing is, they wouldn't take it and take it forever. They'd take it and he'd get back to his chair, and he'd look for it, and then he'd think that he'd left it in his trailer. So when he got up to go back to his trailer to go find it, they'd put it back in his chair, and this would go on and on. Anyway, he got really mad. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
If you had the power to form the universe or the multiverse
Again? Okay.
What would you do as a person?
If I was gonna reform the multiverse,
what would you keep? What would you change?
I'd probably get rid of smartphones. You know, there are tournaments that you can go to. Like I went to the golf is relatively big over here. Yeah. Who's the most famous Belgian golf player? Hang on one second. It's not. No, I'm not going to say this just in case he's like Finnish and I really mess up.
Go on.
It's not Jesper Parnevik, is it?
I don't think so.
I just named a random European golf player. Okay, anyhow. When you go to the Masters, they don't allow cell phones on the grounds. If you get caught with one, you get kicked out forever. And the person that gave you the ticket, they get kicked out forever. It is really interesting. You walk onto the grounds and no one has any cell phones. So you know what happens? I don't know. People talk to each other. They look at each other in the eye. Everyone's just a little bit more polite. Everyone's just a little bit less of a hurry. And nothing is, there's no imminent danger, you know, all the time. So I'd get rid of most technology. Most. Not like toilets, but most. Thank you. It's a good question.
You know the Queen concert 1986 Wembley with Freddie Mercury? There's
You talking about Live Aid?
Yes, Live Aid.
Okay, yeah.
And there's a comment under the video on YouTube saying, it's so wonderful to see people enjoying themselves rather than all filming. Yeah.
You're at the concert. Did anyone see Madonna last night? You did? How was it? Okay. Hi.
Hi, Stephen. Thank you for coming to Belgium.
Thank you for having
Thank you,
me.
thanks for family asking. We met in 2015 or 2016 at Heroes and Villains Fest.
Oh, wonderful. Great.
You did the melting point night there.
Yes.
My question is about melting points. Are you guys ever considering shipping to Belgium or?
You know, we shipped to the UK for a period of time. We're sticking with the United States for now, but I can't believe it's been over 10 years that we've had Knocking Point going. We're mostly focused on the US right now, but the second that we can do this in a feasible way, even if that's essentially licensing the Knocking Point name to somewhere in Europe, we'll try to do that. Someone give me a really nice local rosé.
Or just host another Knocking Point evening, but then in Belgium.
Oh, that too.
That would be great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Stephen. I would like to know if you were dropped on a desolated island, which 3 things would you certainly take with you?
If I was dropped on a deserted island, what would I take with me? A survival expert? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'd be dead within the 12 hours. I wouldn't even get my shelter built. I'd pass out of dehydration trying to make a fire, and that would be it, I think. I don't have the survival skills. What about you? What would you bring?
I think I'd take some music, battery thing.
Music? Batteries?
Then
What for the next rest of your life?
a blanket.
Sure.
And something to make fire.
That's 4 things. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, hi. Sorry, a little nervous, but with the music, what is the one song you would like to sing? And if you could do a piece here. If you had to choose a song to perform.
Do you want me to sing?
And to perform a piece. Now, from the chosen song.
Can you sing a song? Do you know a song by heart? Do you want to?
Well, I mean, right now, based off of leaving this morning, it would go. Baby shark It's this juxtaposition of our son is in this spot right now where he can't. Just starting to communicate. If you say a word, he'll say it back. But also, when he doesn't get what he wants, he's still in the yelling phase. Baby Shark. So when you put on Baby Shark, and it makes you mad, but he's happy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. That was great.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi.
I actually have a question regarding the industry where you're working in. So nowadays you hear all about artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and more it's like within the world. What do you think that the impact will be in the future for you as an actor with the use of artificial intelligence?
Well, I'm not being flippant when I say this. I'm not a futurist. And I think the unfortunate thing is that neither is anyone else. So I think a lot of these concerns are, what are they based off of? They're based off of hearsay, and they're based off of, I think, in large parts, people being hysterical, somewhat. Any industry it's a forward-moving train. If AI is able to create a better, more entertaining medium than human actors, then there won't be any more human actors. Tough shit. Find something else to do. it's not your God-given right to be an actor. It's really not. So I don't know how it's going to progress, but I know that us trying to get in front of it right now seems largely based around fear. And I don't think that that's a good position to do anything from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If we are the best form of entertainment, if the subtlety and the nuance of a human performance gives you something like, quick side example, the new Indiana Jones movie, right? Have you seen it?
No.
Okay. Well, there's a whole sequence in the beginning that's meant to take place right around when the first two Indiana Jones were taking place, which means that Harrison Ford has to be 40 years younger, or thereabouts. So they do some CGI to make him appear younger. In a couple of years, they're going to be able to just do that theoretically without him, right? Whereas now they had to have him, and then they de-age him. De-age. When you were watching that opening sequence, it was cool, but something about it felt like it was missing something, right? It felt odd. You were watching something and something was amiss. You didn't know quite what it was, but you knew like something was amiss. I'm sure certain people thought this was found footage from the early 80s, but most people were like, okay, that's neat, but that's clearly CGI. And if AI ever gets to a point where it creates something that gives you the same feeling as a human performance, then, well, such as it is.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Stephen, we got 3 minutes left, so I'm going to ask you to go for one-word answers for now, so that all these people can ask a question. So
sure, okay.
Just go yes, yes, yes. Go on.
All right.
For some of your work, you were in great physical shape before. What's your favorite workout or combination of?
Squats, chin-ups, push-ups.
Yesterday I asked a question about the industry. I watched it myself for many years. I enjoyed it. But I have a friend that says it's totally scripted, it's fake. I know how it works. How would you respond to people saying it's totally fake?
What's your favorite TV show?
From wrestling?
No, your favorite TV show or movie?
I don't have a favorite, to be honest.
Can you pick one that you like a lot?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pardon me?
Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Scripted. Yeah.
Hello, I'm happy to see you.
Hi.
Sorry, my English is not good, so I will try. My question is for you, which actor in Arrow is more like his character?
Manu Bennett.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you.
My question is, what is your favorite scene between Oliver and Felicity?
Favorite scene between Oliver and Felicity? I can't answer that. Sorry.
Stephen, I'm wondering, outside of acting, what's your dream in life for yourself? What you would like to pursue in the future?
I want to be the dad of a kid that wins an Olympic gold medal. Or like a world championship, something, but preferably the Olympics.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask, what's the most commonly asked question that you're sick of getting asked?
Is the salmon ladder real?
Sorry?
Is the salmon ladder, the thing that I do in bars, is that real?
I'm glad it's not my question.
Yeah. Me too, sit down.
Hi, Stephen. My question is about Code 8 when the sequel is about to happen.
So that's a good question, and I can answer this as a producer. The second Code 8 is a full Netflix movie, and it is coming out in the early-ish part of 2024.
Okay, thank you.
We love you. Love you too.
2 final questions.
Hey.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello.
If you'd be a Pokemon, which Pokemon would you be?
I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
Pikachu, is that a thing?
Pikachu is a thing, yes.
All right, thank you.
Final question. Make it a good one, no pressure.
Hi, Stephen. I wanted to ask, is the salmon letter real? I wanted to ask, which version of the arrow suit is your favorite? Because they change every season. Like, which one did you like the most?
So there was the original one, and it got modified over the first couple of years.
Yeah.
And the original one with the slight modifications was the best.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody who would like to meet, hold on, anybody who would like to meet Stephen, there's still photo shoots and there's a meet and greet this afternoon. All two. For the time being, this is all we have time for. Stephen, thank you so much. Give it up for Stephen!